Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. In the last episode we got the Dream Nail and got some indication of what our quest in this game actually is. There's a lot to do now. So I think what I'm going to do is clear up some of the loose ends that I've marked with map markers, just because if I don't do that, then anyone who is watching this who has not played the game will continually be anxious about what those might be. So let's go and take a look at them. There is, fortunately, no time limit on our main quest. So this is one of the map marker spots. After killing this guy, I could not get any further to the left, but now that we have... Ooh, right, it's not easy still. But it is possible to... It's not easy. Okay, I think what I need to do is dash when I'm at the top. Yeah, dash over the thorns and then veer back to the right to land on the wall. Yeah, that's how to do it. Now, I'm not in the best place here, but yeah. So better than what I did is to go in between them. So here I just want to run to the left, I think, and then dash. I'm just able to make it. So here there's going to be a number of these, and I want to cut my crystal dash short, which you can do by tapping the crystal dash button. And we're through. There's an already dead Blugsack is what they're called, the enemies that drop those. So we get another rancid egg, and so here you can do a crystal dash from the ledge up there, or you can jump and dash through. And we have found an artist. A visitor! Oh, why have you crept in here, little grub? Perhaps, like me, you have a taste for discovering new things? I am Shio, and in a previous life I was a nail master. Yes. The only thing that drove me was becoming stronger and honing my skills with a nail. I imagined it was my one calling in life, but that feeling faded over time. Now I seek a new calling, something that speaks to my soul and compels me forward. That's why I spend my time here, secluded, trying to master the art of creation. Painting, sculpting. These things bring a different kind of pleasure. You don't seem very moved by what I've said. Was it Shio the Nail Master you were looking for? Did you come to learn a nail art? I'll teach you if you insist. And he teaches us in the best way possible. By painting it. So, this is the Great Slash. It's a charge attack. So hold the attack button for a while and then release. So, my work, does it move you? The wielding of a nail, the wielding of a brush? These things are not so different. We cut into the world so that we can peer deeper inside. For now, though, I have nothing more to teach you. Your path forwards, only you can see it. Good luck. Yeah, I think the hunter might agree with you on that. So this is what it looks like. Hold, release, and I can also jump and release it in the air. It does 2.5 times nail damage, so at the moment with my nail damage being 9, it would do 23, which is substantial. So it's a little awkward to use, but a very good attack. And we do get a shortcut back so that we don't have to go through the gauntlet down below. Okay, that's one of our map markers taken care of. Nothing under here. I think I already looked at this one, yes. And down here, this is another of our map markers. I can now get across to this shiny, which is just a Hallownest seal, but good to have that taken care of. Oh. Interrupting me while I was mapping. The rudeness. Okay, so we can remove that and this. I don't know why there's a separate map marker there. I think that was maybe also marking the way to Shio. So all of those are done. This area is unexplored, but it's not important. I'll pass through there later on my way up here, which I will also do later. Let's go to the Stone Sanctuary first, and then over here to this one. So this is the entrance. This was a dark room. By the way, interesting looking statue. And more of them. So, this is the Stone Sanctuary. And it's the resting place of another warrior dream. This one. Oh dear, great start. So this one fights by having these wisps float across the arena and hiding and teleporting. There she is. Pretty annoying to fight. She... Yeah, gonna need to spend some time healing in this one as well as fighting. Whew. Fortunately, the bottom platform is a pretty safe space to stand, so like right here, the wisps won't hit you, so if you're having trouble you can just hang out there. Other than that, not much to this fight. It really does drag on. And as it progresses, you get more and more of the ghost wisp things. One by one, their eyes closed at last. I felt it. A warm stillness falling over us. I'm sorry I was frightened of you. You were always protecting us even when we couldn't see you. Take us there, please. A place where light cannot haunt us. A place without dreams. Please. We actually get 200 essence for that, which is very nice. Lots of new entries in the journal. So here's 0. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior who was executed for crimes against the king. And no eyes. Disappeared during the plague. So at this point, we're not sure what this plague is, but something to do with light, because she was very afraid of light. And there's more to this place over here. Just be careful of the spikes. It's a mask shard. And they're nice enough to give us an easier way back. So, we have more than the 200 essence the seer wanted. We'll be going back there in a bit. I just want to take a look at the other map marker first, the one that was over here. Oh, that can be dangerous, because if you miss one of the pogos, well, as you just saw, it can be 2 damage. I think I didn't have the Mantis Claw yet last time I was here. But now we can get up here. Though once our lands, a pale being lays claim to the caverns ahead. It may appear benevolent, but it does not share our dream. Be wary to wander that place. Interesting, but if the caverns ahead refers to what's on the other side of this barrier, I can't get there anyway, even if I wanted to. And this is our second vessel fragment. I thought it would be our first. I can't remember where we already got one. But Sly was selling one, and I did not buy that yet, so... Are you down there? Yes, you are. So I could have a complete soul vessel if I wanted. Got to be really careful now. Danger all around. Let's get back to the bench. Okay, so these can come off now. There was more to the left there, but the fact that it's a barrier means we're definitely going to find that from the other side eventually, so no need to mark it really. This can come off. So I could go down into Fog Canyon and try to get to this dreamer, but I know we can't yet. So what I'm going to do instead is get back to the stag, go back to the seer, and continue that way. I'm not actually sure which stag is quickest to get to from here. Could be Greenpath, could be Crossroads, or even Dirtmouth. They're all about the same, I think. Sorry for the periods of silence when I don't really have anything to say. There is going to be quite a bit of that in this game with the amount of backtracking that you have to do. And I mean, I could use the time to give some disjointed thoughts on lore or something like that, but oh dear. But then I'd find myself continually interrupting myself, and that wouldn't really be fun. This is the room with the Moss Knights. I may or may not have mentioned first time I was through here that they do give a good amount of geo for killing them, so it's a pretty good place for farming geo in the early game. There will be better places later. Now we go to Queen's Station, briefly. There's one thing here that we can't get, but one thing that we can. Oh. Just have to be careful with the length of the dash. There. So, some progress towards our next mask. Oh, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. Ah, your dream holds over 200 essence. You're proving your talent in its collection. Have you seen that great door just outside? My tribe closed it long ago and forbade its opening, but as far as I can tell, I'm the only member of my tribe still breathing. That means I needn't feel bad about breaking a taboo. As proof of my belief in you, I'll open the door. There, the door is open and you can enter the glade beyond it. Listen closely in there and you may hear the utterings of bugs long gone. And we've already got 300 essence, so... yes, I can see the dreams of this old kingdom are starting to cling to you. Very encouraging. You've certainly made my dreary work here more exciting. Being the caretaker of this place hasn't been very stimulating. I shouldn't complain, though, tending these graves and guiding the wielder. All penitence for old crimes. Certain things have to be kept in balance. Take this trinket for your efforts and return with 500 essence. Keep up your tireless work. Paylor, that is our first one of those, so let's look at it. Oh, right, shopkeeper's key. I haven't done anything with this yet. Prized by those who craft weapons. Well, we have already met the nailsmith, so it's quite likely he would be interested in that. Something to keep in mind if we ever find ourselves in his area. And we can come in here now. This is a very interesting area. This is the Spirit's Glade. The bugs within this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you may remain, but raise your nail and you'll contend with me. Each of these is a Kickstarter backer, and they all have interesting dialogue, but there's just so many of them. I don't feel like talking to them. Oh, yep, can get up here. King's Idol, that's our second one of those. So, if you want to know what the Kickstarter backers have to say, then again, play the game yourself. Really nice music in here. But now it's time to move on. So when I was collecting the essence from that tree, there was this curious coffin in the corner. We can break it open. And it leads into a place full of crumbly walls, and those guys are very dangerous. They do 2 damage. Lots of broken walls and crumbly ceilings, and bellflies, the guys that sweep from above. And a shaft leading out. If I can get up there, I can. I'm just not doing it very well. Mehon, this world, this cruel, sinful world, why does she wait? Why does she persist? Ah, la mère, you could not know of tragedy as complete as Shay's true lovers stripped apart 2 worlds that could not meet. And now my little lover dead so long in time, dead so far away, buried Moina, aye, among its hateful kin that did deny our union, that did reject Shay's outsideness. She doesn't suppose, Nalo, Nalo. Could she ask, could she burden, le mère, couldst you deliver gift to her grave? The gift is maybe small, but the trek is long. She rests among her kind near our queen's lush refuge. Would such a thing be done? She asks perhaps impossible things, mad things. For le mère to take up such quest would be a kindness she has near forgotten. You turn away, she should have expected such. This world is not one of favours, only of heartache. It is definitely not time for that quest right now. Definitely not. For one thing, we haven't even unlocked the area that is the Queen's Refuge she talks about. So, I could not deliver anything there. Whoop. But at the end of this tunnel is the Soul Eater charm, which is... So it's like the Soul Catcher but better, so greatly increases the amount of soul, but it is 4 notches, and that reminds me that I really should go back to Salubra sometime and buy more notches, because the second one she sold only needed me to have 10 charms, and I've got way more than that now. In fact, how many charms do I have total? 13. If you can get one above one of those guys, they're pretty easy. There's nothing up here. Oh, right. That was the where the grub was, and they respawned because I sat on a bench. There is more to find here, though. Ah! Almost made it 3 for 3. And another elevator. We can pass straight through this one. It leads here where there's a lever that opens up a shortcut to the room where we fought Zero. Breakable room with a soul totem, and over here is the Blue Lake. A very wide expanse of water. So it is actually safe to jump in, and we could get all the way across this way, but the crystal dash is much better. And here's Tiso again. Ah, what a calm place. It's action I want. Fishers and deadly battle. This serenity is a bore. Yeah, we'll be meeting him again in a place that's more suitable to his tastes. This actually brings us out right above Salubra. How handy is that? So, another notch. Right now I don't actually have anything to spend that on, but and 5 more charms until I can get another notch. So I could buy more of your charms now, but again, I don't have any use for any of those right now. And this has been a bit of a diversion, but the place I actually want to go is right back where I just was. So, you can see on the map now. Oh, we don't have a map of resting grounds. That is because Cornifer had already left by the time I got there. But we know what to do about that. We go pick the map up from the shop in Dirtner. So I think that's maybe the game's way of reminding us that this is a thing we can do. It also applies if we miss the maps in any other area. And there are now pins for Whispering Roots and Warriors' Graves. Don't need either of those pins because I know where they all are. How about Sly? Anything?
Oh,
What you have there? Why, that's the key to my storeroom. I thought I'd lost it for good. Did you find it in those old mines, perhaps? Very curious. I've no idea how it ended up in such a remote place. Very honest of you to return it to me. Yes, very kind. And now that I can open my old storeroom up, I can sell you some of the rare stock that's been gathering dust in there. These items may be a little time-worn, but they still retain their full market value. Very precious stuff. So I can't remember which of these charms are new. I think Sprint Master is new. So that just increases movement speed, which is nice. He's selling a simple key now, but more importantly, this elegant key. So we've already seen the door this opens. That is important to have, and I have enough money for it, so just going to get that. They used to come hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hallownest it was once called. Supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb, full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Does seem to be the case. So there's a little more that I want to do before calling it the end of the episode. In the last little bit of exploration we found an elevator, and I want to take that down and see where it goes. We have some new bugs. They are not very threatening, they just potter about. They can damage you if you let them, though. And another arena event where we get locked in. Until we can defeat all the enemies. This one's quite dangerous. The first time I played this game, I lost 2,000 Geo in here, so I should be warier of it than I am. But the reward for it is a vessel fragment, which was the last one we needed to complete a soul vessel, so that is nice. We can slip out the side of the elevator to come down faster than it. And there's a geo chest there. Can I hit that through the floor? Yeah, I totally can. I should be able to break it completely if I'm able to hit it at all. Oh, maybe I've already broken it completely. Yes, I have. Wanderer's Journal. Got quite a few of those now, and yet there's space around the side of that elevator to just... And that brings us to King's Station, which, if you look at the map, is part of the city, and this is what finally gives us access to the right side of the city, kind of the rich people quarters. And this is where we need to be to work towards the Dreamer in this area, so that's probably what I'll do next. There's a stag to be opened, 300 Geo. And there's a couple more things in the station. There's a geo chest there, which, so I think I can open that. Yeah, with the Great Slash. But you can also just sneak in through hidden gap in the ceiling. And one more thing, you can actually get up here. It's really difficult to do, but... Oh! If you get up there and pogo all the way along on those spikes, there's a little thing. There we go. Second attempt. It's just a Hallownest seal, but I'm collecting as many of those as I can. Nice to have them. Nice to have the ability to sell them if we do need an influx of cash at some point. And that's a pretty good place to end this episode, so I will end here. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.